Hi, my name is Chaumet. Wow, this is off to a good start. I didn't even say my name. Yep, I've started YouTube. It was gonna happen sooner or later, let's be honest. If you know me from Instagram, hi, you'll know me as Coach by Julie. If you're new here, I am a first-timer bikini athlete, and I'm also an online coach, as you saw on my Instagram handle, which is Coach by Julie. So, I put up a poll on my Instagram like a few weeks ago, and I was surprised that you guys want to see me shot shit all day long. So, I've started YouTube, yep, like every bikini athlete does, but I thought it can be nice to like document my life in Thailand, fitness, lifestyle, and what's it like living in Thailand and being in the fitness industry. Share my journey as I prep for my first bikini competition and also start a new chapter in somewhere new. So if you're from the UK, you probably know PC and FBB is like kind of like the feds people go and compete with. So bodybuilding isn't really big here, and there wasn't like much of an opportunity to compete with a high caliber of athletes. So I was like gutted, honestly. Like I started my journey halfway through university in the UK, and I was preparing for my first ever show before the pandemic hit, and I had to move back sooner. And you know, I was so anxious. I was just like, am I gonna travel to compete for my first ever show? How is it gonna be? Am I gonna not reach my kind of fitness competitive goals? Yeah, I was like gutted. Honestly, I was telling my friend like, do I move somewhere just to compete? You know, like bodybuilding is fucking expensive. It's rewarding in terms of like, you know, self-growth journey, being fulfilled and all that. But as like a beginner, like I've never competed before, to kind of fly to another country just to do shows is like a lot. So when PCA and IPB announced that they're both coming to Thailand in December time, I was just like,
that's a sign. That's a sign.
This is my calling. Yes, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is just my time and it's go time. As many of you know, if you know me from Instagram, I used to live in the UK. I went to university there. I studied politics in University of Southampton. I went to university in the UK in 2018, and my chapter in the UK ended sooner than I expected. So because of the pandemic, I had to move back sooner. So it was kind of bittersweet that my chapter in the UK ended much earlier than I expected. Moving back here to Thailand actually like made me fall back in love with like where I grew up. I know you're probably thinking like, who's this spoiled brat thinking like you're ever sick of a beautiful country like Thailand, but I feel like everyone feels like that, you know, like wherever you grow up, you just kind of want something new. And that was definitely like 18-year-old me, like I need to get out, just to like really get thrown out of my comfort zone, which is exactly what I did. I really like recommend everyone living abroad at least once in their life. Or even more. Honestly, once isn't enough. I see things so differently now. Like I've fallen back in love with the country I grew up in, and you know, like going there, I had new experiences that enjoyed and taught me a lot of stuff, but it also made me kind of grateful of what I have at home. And that's not to say like, you know, England was shit and stuff, but it's just like there's so much cultural differences in the UK and Thailand. And so basically there's like pros and cons to living everywhere, you know, like there's always going to be something good in a place and something you don't like, and there's not going to be one place in the world that's going to be a dream to live in. There's always going to be a fallback. So I've been back in Bangkok a little over a year now. Obviously most of that has been spent in multiple lockdowns, but you know, it is what it is. But now I'm very excited to start my new chapter and move somewhere new. So yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The thumbnail is go time. What do you mean it's go time, Julie? So yeah, I'm moving. Yeah, I decided like last week that I'm gonna move, leave Bangkok. It was a really rash decision, but honestly I have such a good feeling. Can you guys guess where I'm moving? So comment below. Don't cheat and skip ahead. Just comment below where you think I'm moving. And yeah, so this is my first vlog. It's gonna kind of be like a moving vlog, day in the life, and just kind of getting a glimpse into my lifestyle in Thailand. So in this first vlog, I'll be vlogging the things I have to get done to move. And it's a lot, you know, because like the pandemic and stuff, even though I'm like vaccinated, I don't know if I'm gonna get shouted about if I say all these words. Anyways, I already got vaccinated with the Johnson, and even with that, it's still pretty tedious to travel with. I need to get a lot of tests done, and also I need to get my driving license and stuff, because I'm not gonna spoil it yet. Wherever I'm moving to, I will need to drive. If you know me, have you seen me on a bicycle? Like, your girl's gonna I'm gonna take you guys through like a day in the life, how I travel and prep, how I prep my meals, and also I'm gonna do the Q&A that I put up on my Instagram when I settle down in my new apartment. So yeah, that's it for now. We're 3 days away from the big move, and I'll catch you later. YouTube, welcome to my living room, which is also a home gym now in my office. Yes, it's getting a little tight in here, it's getting a little cramped up, but you gotta do what you gotta do when times are tough. We are 1 day from the big move. I have a photo shoot planned for today. Probably not the best idea I've had since I haven't packed and I have a lot of stuff to get sorted before I do go tomorrow morning. I'm just gonna get ready now in 3, 2, 1. So I'm ready now and I'm gonna leave home soon. There's different sets in the studio. There's gonna be like a gym set. I've never shot in like a gym studio before. It's gonna be different like brick walls, different settings, and yeah, you guys see in a sec, but oh my god, I am excited. It was such a good opportunity and I couldn't turn it down even though I'm moving in like less than 12 hours. And anyways, catch you in a sec. And we're at the studio. It's 2 a.m. and I hate my life. I started packing like a week ago and here we are packing the night before. It's 2 a.m. I have a backpack, I have another carry-on, and I have a big suitcase. Hopefully they let me bring 2 carry-ons. I always just give it a big smile and hope for the best. My home gym is packed and this will be the last time in a while I'm seeing this view. Until next time. Bye. And we're in my new apartment. I got into client check-ins right away. It's check-in days. It's a really busy day today. I'll be staying here for the next month and just taking 1 month at a time to see if I want to like venture out to a different area. Maybe if I don't like my apartment later on or something comes up. But for now, I'm really happy. It is by the road, so it is a bit loud. A little bit, not gonna lie. Just finished doing some admin work. I'm gonna go to the gym and check out the groceries and stuff. I'm not gonna take you guys with me because like, I just want to get like settled in, get to know the city a bit better. So yeah, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna walk to the gym. Plus, guys, I haven't been inside of a gym for like 4 months, so yeah, I just kind of want to take it all in. I'm gonna go to the gym now, and of course I'm probably gonna train legs, and I'll catch you later. Hi guys. So I'm on day 4 in Phuket. I made the move here mostly because of prep. I've always loved Phuket. I love the vibes, the energy here is very like fitness orientated. I just love this city. I've been here for a few days. I really kind of struggled getting into the groove of things, but I feel a bit more settled now. So I'm gonna do my Q&A put up on my Instagram before coming, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So first question is, how do I start to become a bodybuilder? Well, first things first, I think you should definitely get a coach. So to become a bodybuilder, I would firstly identify your why. What is your reason to go into bodybuilding? Whether it's just kind of for aesthetics or do you actually want to compete? You kind of just have to like identify why you're doing it and what's the kind of driving force. And then next, I would definitely get a coach. Ooh, I like this one. If you could pick only eating right or only working out, which would it be and why? So this is hard because honestly, you can out-train a bad diet, but on the other end, if you control your diet and you're on a strict diet but you don't even work out, your body's bound to change. Whereas like training, I love training, so I don't think I can give up training. It's a bit of a tough one. I can't choose one. If I had to choose one, I'd probably choose only working out, because it honestly is like my sanctuary. Like I go in there, it's like literally therapy. But yeah, probably working out, but I wouldn't eat shit either, so win-win. I've got a few of you asking me what are my fave activewear brands. If you live in Thailand, you know how hard it is to find cute activewear here. I know like many of you can't order from your favorite activewear brands because tax costs a lot. These are like some of my brands that I like to wear from. Actually, I'm wearing one of them now. It is Shein. I'm trying to steer away from fast fashion, but options are quite limited here, and it's very, very expensive in Thailand for anything that's like kind of premium or like kind of sold as, you know, organic and recyclable. Like, it's just not much of an option, not flattering or not optimal for training at all. Like, I am very picky with activewear in a sense that like if it doesn't survive through leg day, then I won't wear it. But yeah, I would definitely be open to more options of shopping less fast fashion and being more conscious about the clothes I buy. Other activewear brands I have was from when I was living in the UK, so I have like Athlete, Riderwear. I don't really wear Gymshark much anymore, but I do have a few. There's a big Thai brand I really like called Active Wardrobe. Very, very cheap, and other than that, you can also go on like AliExpress and stuff, but it might take a while. But yeah, I'll definitely do a video on it with like a clothing haul and where I get all my activewear. Next question. Are you strictly counting macros for bikini prep? So I don't do macros. I just follow a meal plan my coach gives me. And actually I'm on a meal plan all year round because I like it and because I don't get too stressed over it. Like, for me, it's the easiest method. I like having structure. I like not having to stress about fitting stuff into my macros, and it's really easy on my digestion and stuff, so that's why I stick to a meal plan all year round. I know some people don't like meal plans, you know, like a lot of my clients are on macros or like flexible dieting, but for me, I have competitive goals and I like having structure all year round, not just for like when I'm dieting. You can get so creative with meal plan. Like, what you get on a plan, yeah, okay, chicken, veg, or beef or whatever, it's like you can like spice it up, you know, like you don't have to eat bland chicken. Like, that's not, I'm not about that life. I'm all about like flavors and stuff. Sometimes when my clients send me meals, I'm just like,
where's the flavor? Where's the flavor in this? I don't taste anything. I don't taste sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, milk, nothing at all. It's just bland.
Can I eat anything I want and still work out with results? This, I can't give you an answer for this. It's not as simple as yes or no, because if you eat anything and you accidentally, unknowingly put yourself in a deficit or a gaining phase, then you might get results. Who knows? But if you don't have any form of measurable even though if you don't want to be on a strict meal plan, I'd kind of recommend like at least having like your protein goal or knowing what you eat every day. You're planning your meals ahead. You're really serious about like changing your physique or reaching your fitness goals, getting stronger in the gym. You know, food is fuel, and it's really important you kind of monitor your nutrition. If you kind of just wing it, depends what you mean on results too. Like, if you mean changing your physique, then most definitely you need some sort of measurable thing about dieting. Like, it doesn't have to be like weighing food to a T. It could just be like, okay, making more mindful choices, having some structure in your nutrition. If your goal is like strength gains and lifting heavier, then you know you'd have to like eat more. Like, no matter what, you still have to consider nutrition, because it's not just how, it just doesn't only affect how you look and your body, but it's so important for like how you feel. To answer your question, no and yes. It depends what anything is. Like, there must be some sort of measurable thing about anything. You might, and if you get results by eating anything, you probably accidentally put yourself on like a deficit or like a gaining phase. But to get results, you need consistency through everything, not just training, nutrition, sleep, everything. This is a sweet one, guys. How can you always keep your head up high? Obviously, like, you know, we've all heard like Instagram's like a highlight reel. You only see the highs and like when people are being happy, but I can honestly say, like, as horrible the impact the pandemic has had on the world, and it breaks my heart every day, it was kind of a blessing in disguise for me, because I really got in touch with what I wanted out of my life and what I was capable of. Moving back home early allowed me to be with my family again, allowed me to reconnect with my best friend again. We've been studying abroad for a few years, seeing each other, you know, every few months, but it wasn't the same as like seeing each other regularly now. I think the worst I've ever felt was during my university degree. That was probably one of the only moments where I struggled to keep my head held high. When like fitness keeps my head screwed on, I just wake up excited with purpose. And now that I'm doing online coaching too, I'm excited to be able to be a part of other people's journey. It's just like, I just feel excited when I wake up, you know? Like, I know that sounds cheesy, but I just love it. And that's something I did feel with my university degree, and that's probably the lowest I've ever felt. And like, it was low because everyone thinks that like, yeah, it's just like a university degree, you'll get through it, you know. I talked to some of my friends, they'd be like, you'll be fine, but like, I wasn't fine. Like, and your friends can't really tell anything else besides you'll be fine, but like, I just couldn't comprehend how tough it was mentally, and I really wanted to drop out. And now that's over, I feel like I finally kind of discovered true passion again. Like, I was always passionate in fitness, but like, gyms closing and do my degree was so hard. Like, when gyms were closed and I had to do like my dissertation, and I was training at home, working at home, being at home all the time, and just having everything in one place, I struggled. So as part of why I moved to Phuket, I've never felt so like in my element. Like, I'm surrounded by people, like-minded people. It's very like fitness orientated and stuff, and I'm really happy to be here. You kind of struggling to find that fire with your passion sometimes, know that it's okay and that it will pass. Surround yourself with good friends, good people. It's like easier said than done, you know. Like, okay, this is getting a bit deep, but you know, my DMs are always open if anyone wants to chat about anything. It doesn't even have to be about fitness or anything, just like life and mindset in general. Like, I'm always open for a chat. Even if you don't know me, we've never spoken before, just pop me a DM. Oh, now this one's about Thailand. So for my Thai viewers, this one's for you. Daniel asked, do you ever feel insecure in Thailand where the culture tends to favor slimmer women? This is a really good one and very unspoken about. I don't anymore. Younger me did, definitely. I loved feeling strong. I loved lifting heavy. I feel like once you breathe that confidence, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. It just doesn't get to me. Like, I don't care. You know, like when people are like, oh, why don't we go to the gym? Like, I don't want muscles like you or whatever. I don't get offended anymore. I just like, I'll take it as a compliment. You know, this is hard work. Younger, yeah, it definitely got to me. If you're from Thailand, you've probably experienced this before, even though you're not even out of shape. Like, you've experienced this because the culture, like, I love Thailand. People are amazing here, but there's also parts of Thai culture where it's so unspoken about, and you know, with anywhere there's things and quirks about a certain country. I remember when I used to go to like kind of like a flea market stall, and before I even said anything, like, I'm just looking through the clothes, like I'm literally just like going through like the reels and stuff, and then she's just like, oh, we don't have your size. I would say it in like a really like a teasing manner. Like, they always go like, oh,ไม่มีไซส์หรอกค่ะ. You know, like, if you're Thai, you get exactly what I mean. I remember that stung a lot. You know, even though if I was like with my mom or like a family member, they wouldn't say anything either. It's just normal. I don't know if deep down it even like kind of clicks with them that like, maybe it's a social construct, you know? Oh, so I'm going on a tangent. It's like the first thing you do when you meet someone is not like, how are you? It's more of like saying something about you. Like, it doesn't even have to be a bad or negative thing, but they always be like, oh, you look so pretty today, or oh, you look like you gained a bit of weight. But no matter the context, if it's positive or negative, the first thing they say about someone is always kind of like a comment, a physical comment, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the first instinct of thing. It's not like in, I don't know, in Western culture, it always, like in France, for example, when you see someone, you always like, hey, how are you? Yeah, I've been good. What have you been up to? That's kind of the normal conversation in like Western countries, right? But like when you're in Thailand, if you meet a stranger and stuff, they would say something about you right away. If they see a hot guy, they'll be like, oh, you're so handsome. Like, it's just like kind of like the nuances in individual cultures, and you know, sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's cute, but sometimes they make really hurtful comments, and that's something I always remember from before I got into fitness. Not in a, I don't want to stroke my own ego, but like now that I go to shops, they're always like, oh my god, your muscles, like you must go to the gym and stuff. And like, in a way, yes, it's flattering, you know, but it's just like, you know, someone out there did receive kind of the same positive comment, and it's just like, it happens on a daily, and I just want to remind that anyone who's experienced that, like, don't let it get to you. There's just, it's such a passing by comment, and I promise you they don't have bad intentions, and they're not trying to hurt you. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. I really like that question, and I'll definitely do a video on it on one day, because there's so many stuff that like I'd like to cover about in Thailand and stuff. Good things too, honestly. Like, I feel like I was just like painted a bad image of that, but like with every country there's something, you know. Ooh, do you only date women who are bodybuilders? I haven't dated anyone. I've been single forever. I wouldn't date just bodybuilders. Like, I've been on dates with people who are not even into fitness and stuff, but I just feel like I connect better when someone kind of understands my passion. I think I'm more likely to connect with someone who understands why I do what I do. So it doesn't have to be like a bodybuilder, but they have to have some sort of like passion in something. Most likely is sport, but like I'm not closed out to it. It's just like, for me, I just need someone ambitious and passionate and understands what it feels like to have drive and wake up every day excited to win the day. How do you kill someone with your legs? This is an inside joke. If you saw my Instagram story the other day, I got some very weird DMs when I posted a photo of me in shorts. This was the message I got, and yeah, y'all are wilding. How has your mindset around training changed since you began? I don't think it's changed, you know. I feel like the first time I stepped foot in a gym, I had a good friend, Nick, and he was my PT. He like taught me like old school training style. Like he taught me like kind of the blood, gut, and tears kind of style of training. It was in Muscle Factory, the very bodybuilding old school style gym. It was like sweaty, dirty inside. So I feel like from the get-go, I loved that. I like digging deep and like just taking my mind somewhere I've never been before. How my mindset has changed is I'm able to channel it better. I feel like before I used to use like a lot of like aggression and just kind of explosiveness and like just kind of pushing till failure. And I feel as I've progressed over the last 2 years, I really learned better mind-muscle connection, really like being in touch with training, using the correct muscles, and just like really feeling the movement, you know. Good, I've learned from lockdown. Every lockdown I've like been stripped back to basics, right? And like every time I've learned something new about the same movements, I learned how to do it a bit better. You always learn something new no matter how long you've been training. Like, you can always, you know, sometimes the movement doesn't feel as good anymore, and you swap it out and then you swap it back in again sometime down the line, and it feels amazing, you know. That's the beauty of training. It's the beauty of weight training. Like, you can learn so much about the same movements, learn how to do better, learn to connect better, try new things, and like, that's just the beauty of training. It's a never-ending learning curve, and I just have so much fun with it. But yeah, my mindset around training has definitely, you know, become like matured. I felt like a child when I first started training. I was just like, yeah, let's train hard, let's like push myself until like I cry or something. But I feel like now that I've like matured up, I still like channel aggression, but in more of like a productive manner, and like really like focus and like kind of embrace the pain much more. I don't know if like you're watching this and you think I'm like completely like lost the plot, but that's my take on it. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Ooh, my 5-year plan. So with like where I see myself in 5 years, I'm not gonna get too specific because I think some things I like keeping personal, keeping private. But business-wise, I want to grow my coaching brand to something special, and life-wise, I just want to be happy, traveling, living, and making memories. I want to be a competitive bikini athlete. I do want to turn pro. Oh my gosh, haven't even done my first show. I just want to be surrounded by like-minded people who are helping each other grow. This time, hopefully, you know, we're out of this kind of mess. I'm happy with what I've achieved during this pandemic, but knowing that there is more just makes me so excited for the next few years. So guys, that's it for now. This is officially my first vlog in Phuket as I start prep for my competition, and I'll be sharing more of my journey in the next following weeks. I'll be starting a prep series called It's Go Time, and I'm very excited to share it with you all. So yeah,